But all right, there's no time for that because it's May 24th, 2026. We're continuing walking along the Farlands. Currently 3.91%. We're going to reach 4%. Big numbers. Big numbers. Another big number is 90,894.52 megabytes on the world save size. Have you got your big woofs ready? Woof! That was a woof. That was a woof. Oh. Okay. Kurt, I don't know what sort of an area you decided to make the end of the stream hidey hole, but you certainly did it. I guess we go up. And that's east. There's the Farlands. I see them. Oh Lord. What have we gotten into this time? Ah! Ah! Spoiler! There's so much stuff around here. Many things. My goodness. I mean, I suppose there's a lot of caves. And I slept here, so stuff had a chance to spawn. One can presume, right, Wolfie? That's sand. Oop, I do need that Wolfie, though. Skills. I just got done telling chat that today we mowed the lawn and the girlfriend got up on the roof. Women be standing on roofs. Got all the little male pinecone seedlings that were filling up all the gutters out of there. I did leave a patch of clover in the lawn in hopes that it flowers and like reseeds itself. So that'll be fun. Yesterday, was it yesterday? I believe it was yesterday. I cleaned out the garage. A thing we've streamed previously. But yeah, it was getting on my nerves. I got an additional shelf. And instead of having stuff on the side, I put everything on the back wall. So it's easier to get in and out of cars. On account of how both of our cars, the driver's seat is on opposite sides of each other. But I also cleaned out, have been cleaning out.
Oh, gee, sorry, kid.
Closets and stuff.
Old Twitch again.
Hey, wait a minute. I forgot at the beginning of the stream to talk about Mag 748 with 9 months in the subtub and the first resub of the day. And that there was Yamiyasi with that old Twitch again. A new sub in the tub with Bezos Bucks. Thank you very much. Subtub. But yeah, now our like garbage and recycling is overflowing, and it doesn't pick up till Wednesday because we got all these junk and boxes from the cleanup. No day push from the holiday. No, our city doesn't do that. Or at least I don't believe it does. No, it's never done that. I don't know what happens to the people whose pickup was Monday. But yeah, unless your pickup date falls on the holiday, it doesn't change. Then again, we also only get our trash picked up every other week. So they have some flexibility in the schedule. You get 3 pickups per week, two per week. 2 days out of the week, they're picking up your normal trash. How much trash are you producing?
Mulder, you been spreading rumors?
Why? You hear any good ones lately?
Oshikaroshi! Thank you for 48 months in the subtub. Subtub. We have 1 day for both recycling and trash. Well, I mean, they pick up the trash and recycling on the same day here, once every other week. And then the alternating weeks is the yard organics trash pickup. I think we've definitely discussed this before. Yeah, we have to like, if we have big cleaning spurts, we have to like phase through the garbage since all of it can't fit. They don't even pick up glass here anymore. I gotta take it to the center. What else? Oh, we did on Saturday go to the local Cars and Coffee. It in weeks past, it's been like completely assed out to the point where they run out of parking and have to like close down people coming in. But it was a cloudy, cool day, so it wasn't. But we took both the hearse and the Datsun. And kind of walked around, and we're mostly unimpressed. We got home and the girlfriend's like, do we like car stuff anymore? Are we actually into this? It's just mostly, at least at the Cars and Coffees, is just all, you know, 2000s era BMWs, Hondas. There was like one 240Z there. There were some of the regulars has an old 70s Celica coupe. I mean, somebody did bring a Ferrari F40. But I was like, oh, that's interesting, but it's also, like, not interesting. If it's not attainable, it's not interesting to me. Spooky noises. There were some little K trucks and a K van. But yeah, they recently... It was weird. The local Cars and Coffee, that ain't right. Was honestly always like a small affair at a local park when we started going to it. And then, like, at the end of the last year, like, it was maybe like 1 or 2 rows of the parking lot was for the cars, filled with the Cars and Coffee people. And that's where I met, like, Pacific Racer, who's in chat sometimes, who has a 280Z. But then, like, last year, it, like, exploded and began to, like, pack that parking lot. To the point where we really stopped going. But also, it was just packed with a bunch of newer BMWs and Honda boys and stuff like that. But then this year, they changed from that local park to the local car museum. And instead of twice a month, once a month. And then even that, like I said, they had packed. They even had to, like, people were, like, lining up at, like, 8 a.m., even though it doesn't start till 9. They had to, like, tell people not to line up. And the gates only open at 9. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that one. It's, that's a tough nut to figure out. Do we even like this stuff anymore? Like I said, we're in a very... Like, what's the opposite of a nesting mode? Like, we're just getting rid of everything in the off chance we just decide we've had enough and we're moving. So, like... Everything's on the table. Purging. That's purging. No matification. We're just gonna throw everything into a... What's that called? A little bag on a stick? But a bindle? A bundle? Hop on the nearest rail car and go where it takes us. There's a word for them. Is it a bindle? I thought it was a bindle. Huh. Oh, that skeleton is very close. I should not delay getting out of here. Ooh. $1-800 Got Junk for removal of stuff you don't want or need. Right, but it costs money. Those services aren't cheap. I mean, you gotta tell our neighbors who are literally just throwing piles of furniture and junk on their driveway and leaving it there. Illegally. I mean, what we need to do is find a friend with a trailer. Right, it would cost money to take it to the dump, but less money, probably. We have a bunch of like old wood that I've collected, that I had plans to like build planters and raised beds and things, but have since abandoned those plans. Ramp truck, we gotta borrow a ramp truck. Benefit of hauling services is they do all the lifting. True. We don't have necessarily... Well, what we gotta do is we want to cut down a bunch of trees. Not trees, bushes. We got a bunch of plum trees that are all diseased and decaying. We want to cut all those down. But those services usually don't take yard waste. Or at least I don't think they do. I mean, I have been getting rid of gutter guards and downspouts by just posting them on Craigslist for free. And somebody comes, picks it up every time. But that's just like metal. I think they're just using it for metal scraps. They're trying to collect all the resources for their roadcraft missions. Eat him, Wolfie. Or not. The old bamboozle. Gulp. Roadcraft later, perhaps? You miss Roadcraft. You'd be the first. When we used them while selling your grandmother's home, they wouldn't take green waste. Right. Like, I don't even know if taking that to, like, the local city dump is allowed. Or if they charge you for it, too. The city dump likely has special days for yard waste. Special days! There is, there's always somebody I find funny on Craigslist who lists free firewood. And they show a picture of a tree that's still standing, and they're just like, you just have to cut it down yourself. It's like, oh, you're just trying to get some free yard work. Did the last stream have roadcraft? No, it's been a while since we've roadcrafted. We've been Forza-ing. The main thing is we would need some sort of a truck or trailer. For the yard. Wood scraps. It ain't fitting in the Volvo, that's for sure. In Florida, we just pile up our yard waste and light it on fire. I mean, I think we're in a burn ban here. On account of how dry the winter was with no snowpack. The wildfire season is gonna be a wild one. On account of the name, Wildfire. You can assume. Although we're pretty sure we saw a neighbor a block away burning leaves. We just saw a big plume of white smoke. We're like, we hope somebody's burning leaves and it's not something else. Like a burning car. Illegal, go to jail.
Can I have your pudding?
Oh, pudding!
Pudding inside sleeping. Impact, thank you for 64 months. A stack of months in the subtub. Subtub.
You have absolutely no idea how this game is played, do you?
No.
And Super Bubble with 45 months. Thank you, Subtub. That is the joke that I made, Smidge. Perhaps they elected a new pope. Our tastes in comedy are similar. Woo.
Thanks for letting me sit in.
Ain't nothing to it.
Nev Pope, did the old one go up in smoke?
Nev Pope. Never Pope. Like a never nude, but never Pope. I mean, all of you apparently are from Florida. But is anybody from Orange County? And are you doing okay? You still have a home? You live near it. I mean, so does my sister who lives in California. She hasn't had to evacuate yet. We are, of course, speaking of the chemical leak slash fire slash explosion slash catastrophe. I guess I don't, I mean, I do understand, but I don't understand why. this business with tanks of explosive hazardous chemicals are located in a populated area. I mean, yeah, it's hard. Like yesterday I read that, oh, the temperature is stabilizing. It's like a chemical that has a runaway exothermic reaction. AKA it just keeps getting hotter and hotter and hotter. Unless, I suppose, it's kept under pressure, like in its containment vessel. But it is not, as the containment vessel has had a problem. And a valve is broken.
Those guys had a long road getting from there to here.
It's been a long road getting from there to here.
Explosive materials entirely located within your kitchen.
Entirely located. Thank you, Armand, for 118 months in the subtub. Subtub. But yeah, they're like an aerospace supplier. And there is a naval base nearby. But it's some chemical that's used to make plastics, like hardened plexiglass and things like that. But yeah, it has like a built-in system. Like if it reaches too high of a temperature, Wolfie jumped off with me. Like it starts getting hit with sprayers, but apparently that's not enough. So now the fire department is there and has like uncrewed hoses spraying the tank to keep the temperature down. The last I heard, there's like basically two scenarios. Is the tank ruptures and spills this chemical all over the place, or the tank explodes and takes out 4 city blocks. Welcome, first-time viewer. We're still walking. I mean, it reminds me, where was that? Like, there was a country, was it like Tel Aviv? Or, no, it was like, where like some silo exploded that was like filled with fertilizer or some chemical, and it like went off and looked like a nuclear bomb, and like all the windows and all the buildings blew out in Beirut. Yeah, fun stuff. Well, they evacuated a lot of people. This is South LA. Who said it before? Like 44,000 people needed to be evacuated? It is kind of Anaheim-y. mean, if you look at Orange County in Google Maps, they've actually, like, flagged the actual location of the chemical plant. But anyway... Ooh. Safe to say you're not moving to California. I mean, no, but that's not the reason. It's because it's too expensive there for us. You live 7 miles from a chemical spill? Have you had to evacuate? Can you smell it? Apparently it smells fruity. The chemical. Do you smell citrus? Oh. Well, this is awkward for both of you. I'm currently eating a grapefruit, so that's all I'm smelling. Oh no! You'll never know! What a foolish blunder. Subglacial sugar cane is what we're looking at here. Take a photo. You'll have to take a screenshot. I took 60 photos per second. Oh, that's... Oh! Let's see. Let's see. What else? You're trying to get rid of that scotch you don't like? Well, I don't drink anymore. Again, I'll say this multiple times. But when I did drink, what you can make with a cheap blended scotch is, I believe it was called a rusty nail, which is an attractive name. But it's scotch. You'll have to buy more alcohol. And oh, what was it? You guys will have to look this up. Like a different liqueur. Got a cocktail onion in it? No. Or at least mine doesn't. The one when I made it, it didn't. It's like another type of Drambuie. That's it. It was like another type of liquor that has like a specific name. Yeah, it's like equal parts scotch, the blended scotch, Drambuie. And I think just a cherry, like a cocktail cherry. And that was it's like it makes it sweet. 2-to-1 this recipe says? Okay, well, do whatever you want. It made it more drinkable. But it's still just straight up liquor. But yeah, depending on how many cherries you add. If you don't like cherries, then it's not for you. But that'll up the sweetness. Maraschino cherries. It's approaching cherry season. I mean, When your cherries come in a jar filled with syrup, I don't think the season matters. That's a huge K? I don't see it. Are you looking in the negative space? Oh, it's a backwards K. Oh! I didn't realize I was looking at it from the backside of the piece of paper it was printed on. For a transparency film. Make spruce my new log stack? But it's hard to cut down because it's so tall. That's why I picked the birch, because it's always a small tree. It's never even like one of those bigger oak trees. I'm religiously against leaving floating trees. Blorp. Bet on ice? I could. I don't like doing that, though. For Wolfie's sake. I don't want him to spawn under the ice.
Are we still a Farlandsman?
We are still Farlandsmans. We bask in the shadow of the Farlands. A Farlands person. Jitterbugs, true. Jitterbugs. You're headed to Redwoods National Park in 2 weeks. What are some must-sees? Well, on the way, you can get your picture next to a very large ear of corn. I don't think it's the world's largest ear of corn. It's just a large ear of corn. I think you should remember it from my 5-hour vacation slideshow extravaganza.
Where you came from was another dimension.
Another dimension.
Another dimension.
Another dimension.
Another
How
dimension.
corny.
Another dimension.
Another dimension.
Another dimension.
Another dimension.
Huxley, and thank you for 97 months in the subtub. You'll have to Google it. I don't remember where the corn was, but it was somewhere north of San Francisco, but south of the Redwoods, obviously. Yeah, I mean, I guess just take the 101. You go through Redwoods there. Can't remember. We went to... I don't remember. There's like kind of the northernmost part of the Redwoods. I don't know what it was called, but it was like a park. You had to drive down a little bit of a gravel path to get to the main area. And one of the bigger trees was like surrounded by a boardwalk and fencing. Right, very much reminds me of Star Wars. Because that's where they filmed it. Yeah, I really don't have that many recommendations. Make sure the road is going to be open. Because we had a reservation at a campsite. But then the road was closed due to a landslide that they were trying to fix. So we had to stay at a Motel 6 north of the Redwoods. Or no, yeah, the Redwoods. Yeah, those are the guys. Spooky noises. But yeah, we kind of charged downwards, other than stopping at the one park to walk around the Redwoods. We stopped by the giant corn, and we stopped by like redwoody areas on the way down. But other than that, we stopped at Golden Gate, whatever the Golden Gate Bridge Park is. That's on the north side of the bridge. Because we stayed at Crater Lake in Oregon the night before, and then the following night we stayed with the girlfriend's friends in San Francisco proper. I think there's the big Paul Bunyan. Somewhere at like a roadside stop along the 101. And also, what's his ox's name? Bluey? Robert? But everything is supersized on that ox and anatomically correct. Babe the blue ox. Yeah, that's right. No? Murder. Gelatinous. I think we just saw something fall off the Farlands in the distance there. Did I freeze? I have not frozen. I've just not said anything. Creeper. Lots of thunder. Careful. We were always told not to watch TV during a thunderstorm. Is that an old wives' tale? That, like, electricity is gonna jump through the TV and get you? Is this just another reason for my anxiety? Side sleeping. Like, why the TV? Why not any of the other dozens of electrical outlets that surround each of the rooms in our home? I guess, yeah, that might have been a holdover from, like, pre-cable TV when everybody had an antenna on their roof. That, like... Okay, yeah, the antenna could get struck by lightning. I imagine if you're holding and embracing the television and or the antenna wire coming out of the television, that you would be in danger, but I don't think it would necessarily leap through the air at the person watching TV. And I think your house getting struck by lightning is probably more detrimental than the television. I just thought about that. Just like, don't eat the core of an apple, it's poison. Yeah, similarly, not even using the cordless phone, we were told. But I feel like the TV thing was more pervasive. I would assume it's the same reason my parents turn off their computer during thunderstorms, worrying about power surges, improper power off, damaging it in a power outage. Well, no, the warning distinctly was you could get struck by lightning through the television. And this was pre personal computers days in the 80s and 90s. Your computer's modem was fried through the phone? Interesting. I mean, I know, like, for a while there, I mean, even current, like, surge protectors have, like, an RJ45 input-output to have it be surge protected. And even, like, a phone line cable and a Cat5 kind of cable. I mean, I kind of miss thunderstorms of the Midwest. But then again, that might be looking through rose-colored lightning glasses. Because I was also entirely terrified of them. Particularly at night. Which it seemed like the majority of the thunderstorms rolled through at night, trying to sleep. Thinking a lightning bolt is going to shoot through the attic of the house and get me while I sleep. This was before I knew what a panic attack was. I was just covering my head in a pillow, covered in flop sweat. trembling. Thunder and lightning raged outside. It also wasn't helpful that we didn't have curtains on the windows. We just had the aluminum little mini blinds. Which in hindsight, I don't know why. I guess were blackout curtains not invented until the 2000s? I probably would have been significantly improved growing up if I had those. Unless you're sleeping with a grounded wire on your body, you're pretty much safe in your bed. That's what they want you to believe. I would always be feeling my hair to see if it was standing up. Because again, I was traumatized by those pictures and that story of like that family whose hair stood up and they were like, this is goofy, and like we're taking pictures of themselves. And then moments later, they were all struck by lightning. Traumatized. I was like constantly checking to see if my hair was standing up. See if I'm next. Kids these days don't know the horrors. They certainly have no new horrors to worry about or anything. My problems are the only problems. Spooky noises. Don't mind if I do. Thunderbolt of lightning, very, very frightening. Oh, are we not going to make it to 4%? Push, push, push! I'm going as fast as I can. I'm gonna sleep, and then the next 5 steps I take is gonna be 4%. I have to now. It's too dark. Dang it! Side sleeping. Okay, it wasn't 5 steps. Wolfie! What? Was there a hole? There was a hole. $4%. Where is it? There it is. Right here. $4% of the way there. We only have to do what we just did 20 more times. That's easy. 25? Whatever. Just 25 more times. I did the math too quick in my head. I can count that on my 2 hands. Inflation. You think you'll run into your Farland base as a spawn chunk. I don't think that's how they work. If you keep heading north. No, I think the spawn chunks originate from like smaller numbers. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Well, and also spawn chunks didn't start appearing until we were past the final floating point at 8.6 whatever million blocks. So even if there was, we wouldn't see them until we were 70% of the way there. Or whatever that is. As you remember, math is not my strong suit. Oh, Wolfie. Stop trying to get swung on by my sword. I was close, 66.8%? Alright. Power speed. I guess I should collect more wood. Oh. I'm really low on battery. I've got regenerative braking. Fine. I would block. Oh, 4.01%, dang it. We cannot win. I still do wonder, not like manually loading the map by walking, but if one were to be able to like program a script or something to preload an entire Minecraft world out to the Farlands, what size file would that be? and how, I mean, how long would a computer take to do that? Or would the script simply have to do the same thing? Like walk or even fly a player character around the map, loading all the chunks, even like simulated wise. Wolfie! Ah, Wolfie! This is why I sit you down. You dingus. This is a hard hat area. Aunt Venom did a video about how big an entire Minecraft world is. But did he actually do it? Or was it simply a mathematical theorem? A non-practical extrapolation? A loud cow. Alright. We made it to 4%, which I have been told is merely 1/25th of the way there. In spite of my previous calculations. So let's go to sleep and back up the world. Ooh! Ooh! Look at that! A diggly ding dong drome. 91,000.19 megabytes. I was gonna do more Farlands, but I think we gotta leave it on there for a couple days. Wow, that's good stuff. That's good stuff indeed. Remember screenshot? Can I take a screenshot of the menu screen? No. The answer is no. Everybody take a screenshot. Look at it. Screenshot it. Okay. Cool beans.